Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to talk about a subject that is usually not the main purpose or the main topic on this type of conference. We're very used to talk about new technologies. We're very used to talk about FMCGs. Car companies have been speaking in this forum before, but not so much about nations and nation brandings and what it means and what it entails. So let me start with that. What is nation branding and what it entails for us? So a nation branding is the way a country communicates, differentiates, and symbolizes itself in front of its audience, its core targets. It is also the way the national identity is made tangible, and it is communicable and, above all, useful for the stakeholders to have a position, to have the image, to have the relationship with the country. Also, is a way for countries to become more competitive and to become better in their external reputation. And this is important for many things that we're going to see right now. These are both the goals and the drivers of nation branding. Let's start taking a quick look at them. Tourism, exports, governance, investment and immigration, culture and heritage, and finally, people. This is the ranking. I don't know if you can see it. In terms of tourism, the number one country in the 2008 nation branding ranking is Italy, followed by France and then Spain, where we are today. Exports. We see here that the number one country is, I'm sorry, but I cannot see it, so let me go back to my notes because it's very small. It's Japan, the number one. The number two is the United States, and the number three is Germany. We move on to the next goal and driver, governance. By governance, what do we intend? By governance is the way that politics are done in the country, and it has a lot to say about the honesty of the government, the respect that it has for the people and the citizens, and the contribution to peace, and more recently also to sustainability and environment protection, how the country contributes to protect our world. In this one, the number one country is Switzerland, followed by Canada, and then Sweden. If we move on to the next one, it's investment and immigration. So how a country is able to do two things, attract investment and attract people. And a country attracts talented people if they feel that they are going to find a better situation and a better opportunity in that country. So are people considering to study or to work in that country? That's one of the factors to determine the way this factor grows. The top countries in this regard are, I did that already. This is the next one, which is investment and immigration. Yes, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Investment and immigration help is a country able to attract talented people and if people are ready to come. And the number one country is Canada, followed by the United Kingdom and the United States in third place. In Spain, we are in place number 12. If we move to the next one, is culture and heritage. And this is an interesting one. Culture and heritage is made out of several things. One of them is the history of the country, and if it has an interesting cultural life in terms of monuments, sites to be seen. But it's also about contemporary culture. So if a country has writers, filmmakers, painters that are positioned in the country as attractive in terms of culture today. And two more very different things are more dynamic are music and sports. So if a country is performing well in the world sports, or if it is producing a lot of pop artists, music, and things that allow citizens outside of your country to relate to that country. In this sense, France, Italy, the United Kingdom are the three top countries, and Spain is in position number 6. Finally, we have the people of the country. This is the first and the biggest number of ambassadors that each country has. How is that person? Is the person friendly? Is that a welcoming person? Is a person I would like to have as a friend? Is a person I would like to have as an employee in my company? What are their values? What are their abilities? And what are their behaviors? And when we go to people, we have Canada, Australia, and Italy as the top 3 countries. In Spain, we are in number 8. Drivers can make a strong difference. Each one of them can make a strong impact in the way a country is perceived, in the way a brand for a country is moving up and down the ranking. We have this example here, and this is the Nation Brand Index in 2005. If we can take a look at here, we see that the United States was in number 11. We moved to 2008, and the United States went from 11 to 7th in just 1 year. But let's look at this, which is even more amazing. From 2008 to 2009, the United States went from number 7 to number 1. What are the reasons for that? Usually, there tends to be a strong correlation between the power of a country and the power of the economy of that country and the place that it occupies in the ranking. And despite that, the US, we see that in 2005 was very low in the ranking compared to the natural place that it would have had. So probably it's because of George Bush made unpopular foreign policies that brought the Nation Brand Index down. And we had the election of Obama that took place in 2008. So why is that so different between 2008 and 2009? Obama was probably the same values, same person in 2008 than in 2009. But after 1 year of him being in power, what has actually changed is the perception that other nations have of Americans. Americans are now perceived as people that are more friendly, more interested in diminishing racial issues, more interested in bringing peace to the world, and certainly more interested in sustainability and the preservation of our world. So this is a lot about the Americans, about the people and the governance, more than just about Obama. If we move on, we have Spain. Let's concentrate on Spain, and our next speaker will give you a really in-depth analysis of the Spanish politics in terms of increasing our brand index and our branding knowledge around the world. But it is clear to most of us that tourism is at the bottom, is the main driver of Spanish brand image, combined with culture and combined with people. These are the 3 main drivers. There are other countries, and we will have another speaker in this panel, that are very based on the exports. And Luis from Café de Colombia will tell you how one of their key exports in Colombia is bringing and is helping the name of the country around the world. Tourism is a very, very important driver for many things, not only for Spain, but in general. It's one that can have a very strong impact in the value of a country brand. It has a disproportionate effect on what people outside of one country think about the target country. If you go to one country as a tourist, even if you don't know much about the economy of that country, or even if you don't know much about the government of that country, you will have a strong image and a strong perception of what that country is. So it's very accessible for people to form and to build the country perception. And it has a lot of synergies within other development components of a country. A country that has a lot of tourism, that can be a very strong economic driver, and a very strong driver in terms of bringing investment and foreign investment to that country. So in the case of Spain, that I was saying that tourism is one of our main drivers and a very strong component of our nation in general, we see that the GDP contribution for Spain of tourism is 16%, was 16% in 2009. But it also has a strong impact as a result on our balance of payments, 38,000 million euros of income in 2009. And it's a strong employment contributor. 12% of our total workforce are employed directly or indirectly in the tourism business. And it's a good driver, and we have, again, a good case in Spain, of the entire integrity and development of the country. One more issue very related to tourism is sustainability. We saw that one of the components of the better perception that now we have about the U.S. is the fact that we are seeing the U.S. as a country that is more concerned about the environment, about the sustainability. Sustainability understood as a three-axis word or three-axis concept. One is environment, another one is social, and another one is people. So the impact on sustainability is threefold, and one retrofits the other one. If you behave in a sustainable manner, if you protect your environment, if you're good to your people, that will attract more tourism, which will fit the nation brand, and sustainability per se also fits nation brand. So the three of them work very much in parallel. And I now want to introduce Enrique, who's going to talk about Spain and the policies of Tour Spain to promote our brand and particularly our tourism. Thank you.